everybody. Welcome back to
Let's talk marriage.
Sexy. Where we speak marriage through.
Transparency.
It's only one transparency. Why are you putting the S at the end of it?
Because we're talking about all of them, not just one.
All the transparency?
All of them.
My goodness, man, you are out of control today. So, welcome back, guys, to Let's Talk Marriage, where we speak marriage through transparency. While my husband sits here and plays with all the recordings at the top, as he always does. But the good thing is that we are also on Spotify and all these other, different places. So, although some of you guys are seeing us live, you're also kind of behind the scenes. So we're doing this where we're. This is so distracting.
I'm sorry.
I don't think you are. I don't think you love me like that.
Okay.
So he's just making sure that the audios and everything is together because we are a one-stop shop. We are a one man and woman band. So we have to do everything ourselves. With that being said, baby, can you hear? Is the
hmm
audio and everything? You're all right?
I'm all right.
We cannot do this every week. We have to really, really, really work on everything we need to do before we get started because this is not good.
I'm sorry, dear.
No, we should have did this already.
You're right. I have to do that.
There's an echo
I'm sorry,
in
dear.
my ear. You see?
No,
You
we
should have did this. You don't listen to me.
I'm listening.
Nevertheless, we're back, guys. We're back with another one, and today we are talking about the holiday season. We have our, oh my goodness,
I want to like you. No.
I'm tall because I'm tall.
No.
Can you show everybody our naughty cups? We've been look at our cups. We have I get these cups. I like mugs. So I get a lot of different mugs all the time because especially the one for the holiday seasons and I got one for the kids. And it's a nice little Christmas mug. So I like these little mugs that we have all the time. So uh, I got these mugs. But nevertheless, like I said, we're back. Where can these people find us, baby? We're on Spotify. Where else are we?
YouTube, Amazon Prime, Podcast, Apple Podcasts, Heart, iHeartRadio, and Facebook.
Absolutely, right here on Facebook. Now, we also have done some other little different things that we've been doing. We've started our new business. We have finally got the zoning permits for the city of Oakland Park. So that's where we will actually be. And I am super, super excited. I'm so excited about this. This has been a long time coming.
It's a journey.
And business is not easy, but we have definitely come a very, very long way. Those of you who are in the background, y'all make sure that y'all come on in and continue to comment, to share, and to like uh, each one of the posts that we do, or even if you don't like each one, send it to somebody else because this post it may not be for you. This live that we do, it may not be for you, but it might be for someone else. So make sure that you get yourself out there and you and just share it. It sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds perfect. Sometimes we don't pay attention to some of the details, but some of the details that we speaks about is for somebody else.
You lost your wording today.
Yes, I mean, got tongue tied today.
I have nothing to do with that.
Mm, uh, but the thing is some of the information that we hear from other people and other entities, it may not be for you, but it's for somebody else. That's sometimes I pass on words to somebody else because it may be just for that person at that time. They might be going through something. We don't know. Let's see talk.
Mhm. So I guess you guys are wondering about my lovely ensemble. You're like, why is she in pajamas today? Let me tell you what our son did. So yesterday we had a party here at the house. It was last night. Our the kid's godfather, he just recently got married. And so they asked could they use our backyard. I don't know if any of you have ever been over here. We have a beautiful, beautiful lake in the backyard, and it's just so beautiful, especially at night with all the lights and everything. And so they had a beautiful little, nice little reception because when they got married, they went out on the boat and things like that. And a lot of people couldn't actually make it, so they wanted to do something for people who couldn't make it. So they invited the people to the home, right? So it was warm because I had all the windows open. This is my way of keeping people from coming in the house because the party is outside. They have like a beautiful big tent.
Oh, that was lovely.
It was nice, right? And I mean, the balloons, the lady who came to decorate, oh my gosh, she outdid herself. The food, everything was amazing. It was like, it was just a beautiful, nice little reception, right? So it was warm in the house, but I'm more, I like it to be warm and it felt good to me. So my son, he said, no, mom, it's kind of warm. Can we turn on the air conditioner? And I said, yeah, let's turn on the air conditioner. This joker, not only did he turn on the air conditioner, he put that thing on 65. I
And
was
turn the fan
so
on until
he put it on, it was just on all night. So I called my daughter in the middle of the night. I'm like calling her phone. I'm like, Faith, wake up. What is going on? I got my heater on underneath, like I have my heating pad underneath the blanket. I'm like, man, I'm so cold. And I when I started to breathe out and the coldness was coming out of my breath, I said, oh my God, somebody messed with the air conditioner. So my daughter comes in. She's like, "Oh God, mommy, it feels so good in here." She's warm. She just likes the coldness, like her dad. And so she's like, "It feels good to me." This boy had the air condition on 65. I was so goddamn cold. It was ridiculous. So
But make sure y'all stay warm, cool.
listen, so we ended up having to, she got up in the middle of the night, turned the air condition on 71 so that we can actually get some relief. I was freezing. So I have this on because I'm still defrosting, but it's cute, right? Look at it's a little unicorn. Look at the little unicorn. You guys can see. So I'm nice and toasty today because I was freezing last night. So, anywho, those of you who have any comments, questions, and concerns, y'all make sure that y'all put it in the link on the side. Y'all go ahead and comment so that we can, see what you guys are thinking. And so the topic today is Christmas gifts, how to work around your loved ones during the holidays, and what else?
That's basically the meat of the pop.
Yes. So last year, we ended up, what did we do last year?
Oh, we had a bunch of boys came out party for our family, and they put on a show. We had good food, and we actually enjoyed ourselves. But that actually taught us a great lesson too.
Let me tell you something. We did a big shindig last year. Again, like I said, we have a nice backyard, right? So we invited all these people, and people are gonna come because they don't have to they don't have to pay, right? So because they don't have to pay for a lot of things, they came in droves. I mean, it wasn't an empty seat, but we paid an astronomical amount of money to have friends and family over.
Correct.
So the hibachi boys came and they did their thing. The only thing was is that it rained a little, so I was kind of disappointed about that. But everybody came out, and then we had some people that were missing. Mind you, we're paying money out of pocket for this, so that was a learned lesson.
Yeah.
To not do that again.
Yeah.
Like we can invite people. That part I liked, but actually just not hiring a chef unless we know definitely that certain people are coming. But I would make them pay, and then they're not going to come. So that was a lesson that we learned. If you guys have any lessons that you learned about your Christmas holiday with your families and things like that, y'all make sure y'all put it in the comments so we can actually talk about that. What else did we learn last year? Did you learn anything else from last year?
Family is unpredictable.
Okay, we're gonna get off of that.
They are unpredictable. We actually enjoyed them. We learned lessons from them. We learned new things from each one of our family members. But I see, something, we know what and what not to do.
Yeah, definitely. But we enjoyed ourselves. I think this year, because of our we were actually going to go away for the holidays, but because of our business, we actually have to take that money and put it towards our business stuff. So we're not going to be able to go away this time. I'm not upset about it, but I'm kind of like, I want to go away. Maybe we'll be able to go away next year. So
We'll
we're
definitely
going.
make sure.
Well, yeah, because we're going on a Disney cruise next year.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes.
going to be so awesome. We've never been on a Disney cruise, so this is going to be great. Remember last year when we didn't know how to put on these headsets?
Ooh, that
Let
was
me tell them.
hilarious.
Listen, guys, we had this thing like you can't see it. Like especially if I have my hat and stuff on, you can't see. Like this is the earpiece.
You can see
It's
mine.
Yeah, well, they can see yours because you have your head turned, but you can barely kind of see them. I don't know if people think it's a hearing aid in your ear or what, but we used to have them on backwards. And so Minister Lionel, he has a show called A
Father's Day.
Father's Note. So one day he was watching the show and he said, "Guys, I think you got your earpieces in wrong." And we were like, "No, I think we got it in right." And he was like, you got it in wrong." So when he said, "No, turn it around and you'll see that it fits more comfortable," because I kept saying, "This thing hurts in my ear." He said, "Yeah, because you got it on."
It's like no problem.
When we fixed it, it's now snug in the ear. It's so much better. We do have headsets, but I don't like wearing it because it just looks and it feels so weird. And so I opted to get these because it was so much better. Because if I want to wear a hat or if I want to wear, big earrings or whatever, I can because this haircut can look like it's two dudes sitting up in here. The people think that you're sitting next to you, sitting next
No,
to a
they know I'm sitting
dude.
next to my wife.
So, what happens when you go on your holiday vacation or you're out with your family and family is a problem? How do you handle problematic family members on your own in vacation or just going to family members' houses? How do you deal with that? How do you work around these particular things, especially people who are just now getting married? Um, People well like me, you and I both we lost our moms, and so the holidays are a little difficult for us. But how do you deal with, hey, Natasha Deloach, how do you deal with family, like especially if you don't get along with your loved ones? What are your thoughts on that?
Ooh, that is mm, you know,
Did I put you on the spot?
no,
Oh, okay,
I'm
good.
gonna take a picture of my mom. She said, you know when to go around, you know when to leave. I mean, you don't overstay your welcome and you don't stay too long. Get up out of Dodge.
Why do you think it's like I look at all these and then so sometimes we think that all these other families are having these wonderful times, and every family has some issues, you just don't know what they are, right? So I can only speak for us. It used to be really difficult, like, but going to my side of the family, it was always really cool because everybody just loves you. And it was difficult for me to go to your side of the family because everybody didn't like me so much. And I was able to kind of work through it because you would always say, "Baby, you're here for me." And we were just trying. But as we started to grow up, we realized, like I realized, I think as more of an adult, and now that I'm in my 40s, that I really don't care how anyone sees me or how they feel about me. If I come, I come. If I don't, I don't. I don't. I'm not pressured. I don't feel pressured to do it. But I do, you know. I love and I respect your family for who they are, but I don't have to deal with certain foolishness, even when it pertains to my own family with a lot of different things. If I don't want to go, I don't want to go. And I think that's just it. What do you think about that?
Honestly, I think it's that sometimes you just need to know how to ignore stupidity.
But then, okay, so if you're there and the stupidity is happening in your presence, like,
Sometimes,
go
then
ahead, baby.
I had to learn this from you. You have to address some issues right on the spot. If people don't like it, oh well, so be it. We fully grown. What can we do? Anything different? People gonna be who they are. People gonna be a fool by themselves. You don't have to be a fool with them. But on top of it, I don't have to answer nobody because that's in my check. We pay our own bills. Nobody ain't do nothing for us. I mean, people act like they still take care of us as if we still,
Children.
children. Like, oh, love, I don't have to eat your food. I know how to cook.
We sure do know how to make. We can make a
And
mean
if I
meal.
have to, I know how to go to a restaurant, eat dinner if I want to. So I don't have to be in your presence to enjoy my family.
That's that. Well, this is true. When you get married, and I hate that family does this. And this is a warning to all of you. Sometimes, like my daughter, she's trying to date now, or she's courting. Young men are courting her or trying to. Uh, shut up, they're trying to date her, and then I have another daughter. And I have a son, and my oldest daughter. When the young men come around, I don't. I don't treat them horribly because I have a son, right? And I always look at it like this because I'm telling you, family can piss you off. Whoever the person chooses to be with, they could be garbage, they could be trash, but it's not your garbage or it's not your trash. They made the decision to be with this person, right? So I think that the job of the family member is to say, hey, you can see some things that you may not like, but you always respect that person because you never know. Let's say if it is your uh, um, not responsibility, but if you could, as a family member, help that person come out of whatever it is that they're in. I always look at it like that. What if it's you or the God in you that the person sees that they can come out of whatever dysfunction or function that they're in that you may not like, and they just don't know how to do it differently. And so when we um, judge or make a person feel less than or make them feel bad about coming around, that's just horrible because chances go round.
Yeah, do good well.
Chances go
And you
round.
gotta be careful because it'll be your turn one day.
It'll be your
Yeah.
because these women they want to date, but then when they're not
But
significant other, but their sons or whomever is dating, they treat the people like
because they
trash.
feel like the world should bow down because you want to date my daughter. No. Or my son. No. Why don't we work do this together? We sitting here, we arguing with each other about certain things that is senseless. Why are we sitting here and child causing this child to have a hard time trying to, as you say, court with my daughter or how no, let's talk, let's find out. And I always say, young man, I'm gonna help you be a better man for yourself. Even if it's not for my daughter, but you be a better man for somebody else. Because it's not my responsibility to give you a hard time, my responsibility to give you a tool. And that's where we messed up at. The opportunity to help a young lady to be better or a young man to be better, we encourage them to be more foolish.
Yeah, because then you have rejection and you have hurt and you have
Yeah.
all those things that actually come up, and it's wild. I mean, we left a lot of things alone, but every year this comes about. We talk about it. We talked about it last year, and I've healed from a lot of different things, and I think healing for me came with maturity and just me growing up. Everybody has their side. Sometimes family can see whatever reason they might not have liked me. That's okay, right? But you don't take your opinion and try and make that person just feel like, I'm telling you, just feel unwanted. There's some people that deal with rejection and all sorts of things. And if you're saying that you're godly or you are a child of God, how dare you treat somebody that's coming into your loved one life and treat them like crap? To be honest with you, what will end up happening is that you're pushing closer together, especially if you don't want them to be with each other. I always say, if you don't want somebody to be with somebody, don't tell them no.
Yeah, give them free will. What we have to understand
Did I
is
say that right? If you don't want somebody to be with somebody, you know, uh,
let it be.
let it be. But if you want them to be together, keep telling them how they can't be together, and then you're gonna force them together. You're gonna force them to smush together. I just wanted to make sure I got that right. Go ahead, please. You know,
You know, when I look at a lot of young men that come in, I don't just look at them as, oh no, another little man. Oh no, I look at it as a point of we have to be a guiding tool. What I mean by that, just because I don't want you at my door, that's not my choice to make. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
On top of it, I need to impart take something in you that make you a better potential husband for somebody else. If it's not for my door,
You said that already.
let me finish.
Oh, okay. We're back to that.
That make him a stronger individual, and also don't make him feel rejected by me.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happened is, as a young man growing up, that rejection turned to sometimes hatred, or even to a point where a young man started treating a young lady very ratchet.
Well, let's use some different terminology. But while you're making your statement, you guys, y'all come on in and make some comments about this. Or if you guys have some questions, we want to hear from you as well. Those of you who are just yet watching, we don't even have to put your name on the screen. We can just say what your comment is so that we can get a better understanding as well. Because sometimes, like we said before, we may not always be right with what we're saying. We are only speaking of our experiences. And our experiences are not everybody else's, but there are some people that have gone through this. There are some people who are going through rejection right now, and there's some people that are dreading going to their in-laws' houses right now because of this said foolishness.
Yeah,
But go ahead, baby.
you know, as a family member, we have to begin to respect our in-laws or outlaws, how you want to put it. To a point where they feel welcome. I hate for somebody come to my house and feel unwelcome because I just don't like them.
Yeah.
That's not my point. I don't care why you like the person or not. That's you don't like the person. The way I don't mean anybody else. That don't mean everybody else have to like the person, don't like the person either.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we messed up at. We feel like because I feel this way, everybody should feel that way. That's a selfish attitude, and that's not right. That's not godly at all.
It is, and it causes you to lose your loved one because if they're like in our situation, it was a while before you actually went around. They didn't see you, and it's not because I was like, hey, I don't want you over there. It was, if they can't accept you, they can't accept me. And that made me feel, so just welcome with you. And it made me feel more secure. And the thing is that as a wife, it sometimes it was just hard to, you can feel it. And then it sometimes it wasn't even about the looks and things like that, the feeling that it gave. And then I have my children, and I'm like, I don't want my children around this. I don't want them to feel the same feeling. So family ends up losing out after the time when they have kids now. They're just like, oh my God, they're so big. And they have the other name that they call you by your nickname. And they're just like, oh my God, you got to bring them around more. And I'm just like, mm-mm. And you say no as well. And they thinking that it's me. And it's like, no, I'm not bringing my children around. If you can't accept or love my wife, also, these are her children too.
Because the children could feel that
Oh,
the disarray
the feelings,
the
yeah.
feeling. They can feel the rejection, and they're gonna ask questions later. And I don't want to hum and a hum and a hum and a hum, try to figure out how to answer that question. So I prefer not to allow them to feel that way. Let them feel the love that I mean my wife have, me and her have for our children, because that's what's important. They always feeling love and not rejection. So when they get older, the rejection part will not be a problem for them.
Yeah.
And we always forget that children do matter. Our children does matter on how they feel, how their upbringing, and that's why I'm so, even when you know Sarah bring her young men at the house, I
Don't
try.
make it seem like it's a whole bunch of men. The guy that she's
Yeah,
currently
no, like I
dating,
said,
because it's hard for you to even say
any
that.
men she brings to the house, I always give them that type of respect. And she tell me, Daddy, nah, I'm not interested in this one. It's just a good friend, however it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And I give them the point of, I respect you, young man. And at the same time, I'm not going to reject you. And if you need something from me, I can give that to you.
I don't know. You kind of hard on these brothers.
I'm supposed to.
You kind of hard on them.
But when they do talk to me, they be like, oh, you ain't as rough edge as I think.
Mhm.
You are correct, but you misjudged me because you judged the cover, judge the book by its cover. You can't always judge a book by its cover.
But you judge a book by its cover.
I don't.
Then why are you so mean to these young men?
I'm not mean to them.
Well, your face is mean. So they always they when they see me, they're like, "Oh, hi,
That
Mrs.
ain't
Carvel," and then
bad.
they see him, they're just like, "How
How
you
you doing,
doing,
sir?
sir?"
My point. You
But
know,
what I do like that you do, he my like last night, my husband, he always, if he has to take them home or something, because these young men, they don't have cars, and so he'll say, "Come on, let me take you home," and then he'll have a talk with them. And the funny thing, because a lot of them, they don't have their dads in their life, and he pours into them, and they sit and they want to talk to him for hours, and I'm just like, "Are you coming home?" He's like, I'm talking to the young man. We're having a conversation. One young man that my daughter was just friends with, this boy really liked her, and she was like, "Mommy, I don't like him. He got a lot of things going on," but we would bring him to church, and he was crying to my husband, and he was like, "Your daughter doesn't like me, and I really, want to date her." And he was like, "Well, this is not the way. She can't date anybody." My daughter's she's so dumb. It's ridiculous. And I said, "Boy, we're gonna have some problems because these boys are not ready for what we've taught her. Because beauty is fleeting. She's smart, she's smart as well." And they try to get close, but then some of them see that she has a dad, and they're just like, "Oh no, I don't know how to deal with daddy." But this young man here, he comes around, and I talked to him last night and shared some things with him, and I think it's a beautiful thing that we. I don't know how to even use this word, but that you still have to parent, and you have to show your children, because they're always going to need you. They're always going to need you. They need your guidance. They need your teachings, and they need the Father's voice as well. So although I'm easy as a mother, but and this young man absolutely loves me, but he needed to hear, her dad's voice, and I think that that level of respect tends to come in even more because he can see us as a unit. He just looks and he just thinks that we're just absolutely hilarious, and he's smiling and he's like, I like your family, So I think that's cool.
yeah. I mean, we tend to look at these young men as if they are a problem. Technically, they're not the problem. We are the problem. We are the problem because we haven't discovered that how to use our words to a point of helping a young man to heal. Everybody that we coming to, they have something in their life that we could either partake or learn from. If you haven't learned that yet, I think that's sad because you missing a good part of life of learning. Every day is something to learn. I learn something from my children every single day. I learn something from my wife every single day. I learn something from other people. So I'll take the opportunity to learning and to grow, learning and to grow to become a better person and become more understanding on how to help other people get over their bridge. You know, because we are grown, that don't mean nothing. We just come to a point where we learn from our past. But when we going to learn how to use the past to help somebody else get it right, so
So we're talking about family. Y'all come on in the room, and y'all share y'all experiences with family, and how you guys have been able to combat some things that were not necessarily agreeable with you, some things that were maybe even hurtful. If you don't mind sharing, if you've healed from it, if you don't mind sharing it, share those things with us. Come on the line and let us know what you feel about, even what we're saying. But I want to get back on topic. What did you think about how my my family treated you? What did you think about that? How was that experience for you?
it was fine. I mean, actually, it was welcome. It was warm welcome. Because I didn't go there trying to impose my presence on them. I went to enjoy being with them. Um,
What does that mean? What does that mean? Like you
I'm talking
didn't
about
go to
me.
impose. No, no, no.
Uh,
What does that mean? I know you.
uh, what I mean by that, because some people go to some house and act like because I'm married to the family. You have to, oh, you gotta love me. You gotta be there for me. You got no. I mean, I had one loved one on Facebook. Their spouse tried to inbox me. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm fine. I don't. I'm not a person that allow everybody into my circle.
What do you mean?
Let me finish. So she got mad and says, "We're a family. You have to accept me." No, I don't have to accept. I can respect you.
Somebody said this?
Yes, I can respect you.
You got to tell me when we get offline. Tell me what
I can
how long ago was this?
That was a long time ago.
Somebody said this to you and you kept it from me?
I told you about it.
Look at you holding secrets.
I'm like,
secrets.
I respect you, but I don't have to accept you. So don't try to impose something on me that you know. If I open my mouth, you be like, "Oh my God, you so wrong." No, I'm giving you the respect, but give me enough respect to say I'm fine. I don't have to put you in my complete circle because we're family. We're family, yes, but you don't tell me I'm like invite you to my house, eat, have a drink or whatever.
Where is this coming from? What happened?
Let me finish.
Now so, I want to know what's going on because this is new to me. As you can see, I am surprised.
This happened years ago. So what I'm saying, is,
this is all unfolding on the show.
No,
okay. I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I told her about this a long time ago. She forgot. But anyway, we have to stop thinking that everybody's going to accept us. People are not going to accept us. But what you can do, you could, you can put yourself in a position of not being rejected or hurt. And I learned this from my mom. We go to my family member's house, and like I'll give you one prime example. Thanksgiving, me and my brothers, we could pile up in the car and went to my auntie house. And as soon as we get to the house, they start putting food up as if we came, like we come to bake food. I'm like, wow. My mom looking like, oh wow. All right, put the food up. We hear it. What's going on? And they, hey, how you doing? So we come in, mom knows, and we notice the atmosphere has completely changed, as if we came to beg and give all the food. So maybe about 10 minutes, they mom say, okay, we're about to go. Y'all leaving? Yeah. Y'all don't want to eat? No, we're fine. We're going to eat. And we left. They really didn't care. We know that. So we didn't bother. We had the Piccadilly that day. We had a good time. We had some.
That's a wonderful restaurant here in South.
Back in the days. Back in the days. Back in the days. Back in the days. That was almost 30. That was almost 30 years ago. So it taught us a valuable lesson. Know when you're welcome and when you're not. So when you get there and you feel welcome, know when that welcome begin to wear out and get out of Dodge. Sometimes we stay there too long and find us a position where we feel rejected because we knew the time was time to leave. We knew like when the credit movies go off, you gotta walk out of the movie theater. Why sit there and wait for the Easter egg? Sometimes there's no Easter egg. And we waiting for something at the end and realize the end already had end. But now what happens is a nightmare. No, let's go. Baby, let's go. It's time to go. Things are changing. It's time for us to go. I see they bringing out other things. Let's go. And you sit there and you say, no, this family, I love them. And now you're hurt and you're mad. No, let's not do that. Let's not put ourselves up for hope we don't.
But, so you remember we talked about kids, right? You were a child remembering this.
No, I was in my 20s.
You were in your 20s?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I was 5. It didn't bother me. You know why? My mom always taught us we don't have to feel that the world has to accept us. We have to love ourselves.
But that was still a traumatic moment for you because you had
to learning lesson for me.
But did you not feel something like for your mom like that could have hurt her too?
Oh, no, it did hurt her because she thought that they accepted her after all these years, and they still rejected her.
So it brings me to my point. All of this is unfolding tonight on Let's Talk Marriage.
Dun, dun, dun.
And now you can understand how I feel. Like I have to bring things to you so you can see it.
You gotta tell me that.
But the rejection portion, it hurts. And then your children, they can see this as well. And you want to protect your kids from these things. And you learn as you go. You learn as you go. And the children always pick up on what the mother is feeling. They can pick up on the mother. If the mother is a complete butthole too, and like when I was being like just a jerk to you and things like that, the children can pick up on the father is feeling. Right? Do you want me to stop this conversation?
No, go ahead.
Because you're looking at me like you don't want me to say that.
No, I'm not telling you that. Speak, baby. Speak your piece.
I don't know. I'm seeing you giving me some little dirty looks. You ain't looking at me with loving eyes. Yeah. I don't see hearts coming at your eyes. Put some hearts in your eyes.
It's my eyes. My eyes are not turning to hearts.
But yes, they do. Sometimes your eyes are dancing and they're dancing and they're loving at me. And right now you don't look like you want me to keep talking. You want me to be quiet?
No, you talk. You're fine. Believe me, you're fine.
You said let's talk marriage through transparency.
And we're speaking to transparency.
So let me be transparent.
And you be transparent.
So
go ahead.
This is what I mean when the family can really hurt people. They can hurt you. And I like that, like with us, we are learning how to not be with what everyone was trying so hard to tear up between you and I. And I like that we can, even with our children, we may not do everything right, but we have them so close. And I always tell them, we love you. We love you. Daddy loves you. And I hear you talking to them. And when you have your little time with them, when I'm eavesdropping, and how you tell them that you love them and you hug on them and kiss on them and all these things. And they get to see, our family work as a unit. And I like that we're building something new because hurt, some pain is going to come, some rejection is going to come, but as parents, for us, we correct it, because if we know that we're wrong, because you can feel when your children are hurting. It's no thing. Like some parents used to come in the room and after they've done whatever they've done, that they hurt your feelings, that they were in the wrong, they never apologize. Yeah, like they would say, well, yeah, I brought you some cookies. No, I need to hear that that you were wrong. And with us, we can literally say to our children, hey, I was wrong. That wasn't right. Like I was being really silly at that moment and I shouldn't have done that. I'm still learning. As I'm having patience with you, have some patience with me, because I'm not going to do everything right.
Right.
We've never had teenagers before. We're still learning how this parenting thing is going. And, I get the crazy looks from moms when they were over and they met my daughter's friend, and she was like, well, this is my friend. She introduced him and he shook everybody's hand. Nice young man. And so some of the parents actually asked me, you and your husband allow this? I'm like, allow what? Allow my daughter to learn how to communicate with the opposite sex, learn how to bring people over, learn how to conduct herself as a young lady. Me allowing her to do this, number one, it helps her to not sneak behind my back. Number two, she's so open with me. She may not share every single thing, but she shares enough, and that I can speak into her and share a lot of my experiences. And we talk. We have really nice conversations.
And the sad part about it, I think school teaching a child is in school. No, the true teaching starts at home, because that teaches our child how to communicate. Teach our daughter how to deal with social active activities outside our presence and in front of our presence. So we are not just, oh no, we are actually helping my daughter to understand what to accept, what not to accept, what to look for, what not to look for. Things that will help her become a better young lady than just another statistic of a young lady.
Yeah, all these oh my gosh. You got people like Sexy Red and all these other women that are oh my gosh, the one who says her vagina is pink and her butthole is brown.
But they want to block us.
they will block us for talking about, speaking about family and wanting to bring the family together. But this type of music is out there. Who's it? Come on in, hand. My baby is bringing my charger because we were about to go dead. Thank you, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. She's plugging us up. No, 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 no. Let me do it from this end. Bring it under here. Bring it under here. Sarah, you want to come on the live with us? Want to say hi to the people?
Hi, I'm a hand.
Come on. You just want to be a hand?
Yes.
Wait, 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 wait. Put that down. Put that down. Put it down. All right. All right. Can you plug this in over here? Because we're about to go dead.
And
And
won't
we
be
can't
loud
go
no more.
dead. And we won't be live no more. Be careful, baby. Be careful. Be careful. You know this stuff is very, very, very sensitive. Oh, we watch too much TV. You want to come on and warm mine up for me too? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Love you.
Thank you. We love you. And stir mine up a little bit. And close my door and be nice about it.
Yes.
One day we're gonna bring my hand on so y'all can Sarah so she can talk about her. Don't slam my door. Close it nicely.
Go ahead, sweetheart. On my coffee. It's cold.
So let me take my little.
Yeah, please. I'm trying to.
What? No, I'm gonna keep it on. Now you shouldn't have said nothing.
Oh,
You shouldn't have said nothing. Now you're gonna get this unicorn. We're gonna get this unicorn. This time will be the whole time.
you know,
Let the Lord use you.
no, that was not.
So y'all come on in. Y'all talk to us. Don't just sit here and be looking at us all in the background laughing at us. Y'all come on in this
Oh,
room.
look at these two.
So anywho, what was we talking about? I lost my thought.
Don't lose it, baby. Come on. Catch it.
You're supposed to be helping. So anywho, we're learning that our parenting style is a little different because there is no way that my grandmother would have ever.
But to be honest with you, it had to change because today and time is totally different from when we was growing up. On top of we had to do something totally different to get our children to do something better for themselves. We so gun ho about we gotta do it. My mama told me to do it, but not realizing I think my mom a lot. She said, as time have changed, you have to change with the time, but also still keep hand on what's going on.
Yeah.
Today parents, I know a lot of the new generation of parents, they allow their grandparents to raise their children, not realizing the grandparents are tired.
No, baby, these grandparents are getting it. Ain't no more grandparents like
No, I know. They ain't no
Ain't no more
I ain't talking
grandparents
that. I'm
like
talking
that.
great grandparents here.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because these grandparents,
Ain't no
they just
grandmas.
as young as the kids. They said
Yeah, they ain't
they
getting.
they going out. They club.
Yeah, they clubbing. They no more grandmas. They getting
They
their
at the
time in
spirit
too.
club. They at the club. They at the you name it, they there.
Yeah, they are. But one of the things that we're continuously learning is that it's easy, but it's not easy. And one of the things that we've learned, even with communicating with each other, is that communication with our children, and you can't punish them for telling the truth. Like you tell them to tell the truth, and then when they tell the truth, you want to punish them for it. That does not work. That's not fair because that's what makes them not want to talk to you anymore. It's like, well, why should I tell the truth when all you're gonna do is just punish me anyway?
That's your opportunity to help them.
Yeah.
That's the opportunity, and that's when it comes down to our talk about dealing with family members.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know how to deal with your family members on a point, and teach your children on how to read the room when they come into the home.
Mm-hmm.
I tell my son all the time, read the room before you start talking, son, because you're gonna end up yourself in a bad position. Now stop that foolishness. Oh, you want to be mad? Ain't nobody mad at you, sweetheart, son. Come on, read the room. We are trying to help you out. And sometimes because we lack of discernment, we walk into a situation that's not ours.
I'm gonna agree with that. So we're learning. We're continuously learning. We've been together for 17 years. We've been married 16 years. going on 17 in May. And we've been together for a long time. We've seen a lot. We've learned a lot. One of the things that we are learning this year is that well, I'm going to say I am is um, is how to be delivered or continuously being delivered from people.
Yeah.
Because it's like, who cares what they think? Literally for 17 years, you've taken care of me.
Because let me say this. Hurt people, I heard this saying all the time. Hurt people hurt people.
But they can't hurt me
Let me finish.
no more.
One day I learned only way you can stop that same recycled that do I'm looking for?
You want to say bull crap, but we can't say it.
Not bullcrap.
Garbage.
Yeah. You need to stop recycling that garbage is you have to heal from your hurt. We have to heal from our hurt. Just because somebody hurt you, you have to heal from it. That's so you can stop passing it along.
Well, then we have unmet expectations. Like we have an expectation of people, and then when it's unmet, that's where the hurt comes in. Now, this is like a little therapy plug. There's sometimes, so we use this terminology, and sometimes you expect people, you put them on these particular pedestals, even your parents, you put these people on these pedestals, and they are just literally, they're human.
Yeah.
I learned this, I love Eric Thomas, and he's a motivational speaker. And sometimes, I think God puts people, because there was a year where I just kind of just only listened to motivational. It was him, Eric Thomas. It was Les Brown, Stephen Furtick. Remember that whole year, I wasn't even on social media, but I needed something because we were trying to start this business, and I didn't. I needed it jump started, right?
Yeah.
And so I needed something that I could understand. And Eric Thomas said something, and I'm going to continuously say this. It meant something to me. I don't know if it's going to mean anything to anybody else, but I'm going to share it. And it was to not only to just get started, but give the people what they want. Now he charges a lot of money to get his just golden nuggets. There's a lot of money to see Eric Thomas. But I would watch these little clips. They're not even there anymore. It was meant for me to see them in the year that I saw it. And one of the things he said is sometimes there are people, and this is how I'm bringing it all back. There are people like you and me that are the gatekeepers. We have to know what they need, because sometimes what they're doing is just checking a box. And how I've learned how to defeat people, because I see that sometimes people are just checking a box on what you're supposed to fit in with them. But I've realized that I don't live in their boxes. I don't live in their boxes. And once I knew how to climb out of the box that they kept me in, I started to see myself flourish. And not only that, God gave me something that I could understand about the second business that we've opened. And I'm telling you, Tabitha Brown said, and I was like, I'm be like Tab. And what she said, she's going to retire her husband. My husband has taken care of me for 17 years. Well, we're going to say 15, because it was like a year and a half of that time when I was taking care of you. But it was needed. And then I really haven't had to work.
Well, you see, that's where communication comes in. We had that agreement, we had communication. We worked every one of our expectations of each other and goals. We did that. Sweetheart, if you got me for at least a year, 2 years, I got you the rest of the way. And I bust my chops to make sure, because it was my job as a father, as a husband, as her best man, as her best friend, to make sure I did my part to get her to the point where she is today and where I'm going to be myself. So if without communication, you would have been messed up, because why should we have mad about this person, this man, he ain't doing his part. He could barely bring that home a check. That check don't even put gas in my car.
But I don't talk like that.
No, but I'm just saying, if we would have started our relationship with that type of attitude. This woman trying to tell me how to live my life. I'm working hard as I can. If we start our relationship with no communication, could have ended up in divorce. And because we communicate now, we had our differences, we had our problems, we had our issues, we had our trouble.
I don't
But
think
let
that.
me be honest,
Go ahead.
we did not allow that to stop us with our goal.
Mhm.
Our problem was just what it was. It didn't stop us with our goal. We still paid our bills. We did what we supposed to do. I went out and got a job. I made sure I bust my chops. I made sure you went to school. You made sure you finished school. We did everything we supposed to do for each other. So we didn't do it for ourselves. We did it for each other. We did it for our marriage. We did it for our children. We did it for our family. So people miss it so bad when they start thinking about self opportunities and not family opportunities.
Okay, so I'm gonna agree with that because you always bring it back to that, and that's good, right? And so we're talking about transparency. Our biggest issue was never us being able to do what we needed to do. Like my mentality was always, I knew you were a good man. I didn't care about like I knew how to pay bills. I knew how to take care of because if I wasn't with you, I was still gonna have to do those things anyway. You came in, I knew it was gonna be an enhancement, you know? So that was never my worry of if you're going to be able to take care of me. I don't know if I've ever told you that before. That was
Yes.
never my worry.
Correct.
The only thing, like I in my mind, because we're still talking about Christmas and still talking about family, my thing was always the treatment of me with family. I had big issues on rejection. It was never about if you could take care of me. I knew. uh, Let me tell you something. This man never had so much as a speeding ticket when I met him, but now he got all the speeding tickets. But nevertheless, he liked to drive fast.
Tell my
Nevertheless,
business.
he don't know, just a spotless background. The reason it took us so long to get this second business off the ground was not because of him, it was because of me. My background is crazy. And last night with the guys, they were all talking, and uh, uh, my best friend, one of my best friends, is a guy, and that's the guy who had that's the kid's godfather, and that's the one who had the party here. And so the guys were talking, and they were like, "Oh yeah, he said to one of the guys said to me, "Oh, don't be mad if I take your husband to the strip club or this, that, and the other." And everybody looked and started laughing. It was like, "I promise you won't get him to go to the strip club. Your best bet is probably maybe his wife will go, but you ain't gonna get him to go." I was like, "No, y'all know I done got my life together. I'm not going to no strip clubs no more." But they were like, "You barking up the wrong tree. The dangerous one is the wife. You need to watch out for the wife, not the husband. But if you mess with her, you might as well go ahead and meet your maker because not only he gonna, but he gonna put a little karate chop on you, and it's gonna be done for." So we were just laughing about that. It was never him; it was always me. But then the way you came in, I felt like you rescued me, even for myself. And I know that was a God thing, but it was never a question of if you could. In that moment, I knew like that you needed I won't say you needed me, but we needed each other. So I never had an issue. Like if something was to happen to you right now, I'll take care of you.
Oh, I know that. Oh, you know
I
that.
mean, you
Definitely
don't
we
put
do.
me through school. I got 2 degrees. I can take care of you. I can do it, and I'm okay with that. I will do that for you because I know the type of man you are. I wouldn't do that for nobody else, but I'll do it for you.
You know, we sometimes when we get married, we believe family is your grandma, your mama, your sister, your brother, the
Daddy.
daddy, the dog, everybody's family. And not realizing when you got married, you start a new life.
Mhm.
And that is your family. This right here is my family. She is
Oh,
my
you want to
family.
hold my hand? I like it.
And so why by understanding who my family
What did
is,
you say? Wi-Fi?
no, I said bye
What did you say? Wi-Fi?
bye. Understanding why I have that.
Give me your hand. No, let's hold hands.
By understanding who the family is, you're now beginning to understand how to deal with your extended family.
I am hot in this outfit.
Yeah, you look hot.
Jesus. Can't take it off when you scream.
Understanding how to deal without extended family. I don't have to be around my extended family because I'm with my family.
It would be nice though.
No, it would be nice. Honestly, it will. It's nice to be around your extended family and feel welcome. But if you don't feel welcome, guess what? My family is just suffice for me.
Yeah, we've learned that.
I've been literally one Thanksgiving, she'll tell you, I got home from work, oh, you hungry, no problem. I said, baby, look here, I got you. I could have one of the best Thanksgiving dinner I cooked in a long time. Like, God, thought and cook a cake with it. We was in the house, everybody in the house, full as I don't know what. Because why? That's what it's really about. Family. It's about us. It's not about who's on the outside. It's who's in the inside. Now it's fun and it's nice for our outside to come in and enjoy you as well. But if they don't, guess what? That's their bad.
And
not
then
yours.
let me tell you something. Like, when people say, "Oh no, how do y'all?" Because when we do shows like this, you get the calls, and then people say, "Oh no, it's not like that. Stop it with the foolishness." The thing is that even when you pretend, you can still feel that.
Yeah,
you
it's
can
not
still
genuine.
feel that. You know, oh God.
Some people that I don't deal with, guess what? They know I don't deal with. But I'm coachable. And my wife be telling me, "You're rude." I said, "No, I'm not." They understand why. They understand why, but at the same time, I still respect them to the point. I still be very coach. How you doing? Everything all right? Da da da. And I keep on going. But I'm not gonna sit there and act like and pretend. I cannot pretend with people.
And so, bringing it all back, how do you deal with family on Christmas? The answer would be what?
Love yourself
And my answer would be, you don't have to.
and mind your business.
Let me tell you, my sister. My sister, I have a sister, her name is Tammy, and she is now a doula. She is doing so good. I'm so proud of both of my sisters. One of my sisters is getting ready to work with us as well. She's so smart. My sister that's right next to me, and then I have my brother. But my sister Tammy, she is hilarious. She she is her own person. She don't like to be in nobody's business. And if you come to her with somebody else's business, she always says, "Is that your business? Don't do that. Don't." So I told her we were riding. I was riding just 2 days ago, going to the zoning office, and I was like, "Dang, Tammy, she just got some LASIK eye surgery." And she was like, "Oh man, I can see so clear." I was like, "Yeah, I got to put my glasses on." And I said, "But maybe I need to go get some LASIK eye surgery like you." She was like, "No." She said, "Because all you trying to do is see in people's business." That's been tickling me now for 3 days. The girl said, "No, you need to wear them raggedy glasses that you got, so you won't be able to see in people's business. You do not need 20/20 vision." So, boy, she tickled me on that. And I think that is true for some people. Like, you don't need 20/20 vision to see in people's business. Stay out of business.
See your own business.
See your own business. Stay in your own business. Oh my gosh, that tickled me so bad. But she's right, because I'm always trying to, like, I want to help people. I want
Fix
to do
people.
this, and I want you. Oh, see, I don't be trying to fix them. I don't try to fix them. Oh, that's a jab. You think I try to fix people? You got to talk about that.
Yes, you be trying to fix people.
How do I try to
And I
fix
had to
them?
tell you,
How I try to fix them?
you want me to bring it up?
Yeah.
Day?
No, you don't need to bring that up because they be watching. No, go ahead. Say what you want to say.
No,
I ain't never
I ain't gonna
said.
see we got the issue, but you know what I'm
Go
talking
ahead.
about.
No, say it.
So the thing is you got offended because they didn't accept you trying to fix the
I
issue.
wasn't trying to fix it.
You were trying to fix the issue. And some people are comfortable in their foolishness. So leave people alone till they get tired of their
So
foolishness.
let me tell them what happened. So I had a family member. We were sitting at the table. It was at my grandmother's house for Thanksgiving. Everybody was like dispersed, at their in-laws' house for Thanksgiving. But me and my husband were here, and so one of my family members was there. And I had asked him. I said, "Do you want to do this particular thing?" I said, "Because I can show you how to do it." And he was like, "No, I'm
I don't
good.
want to talk about that.
I'm good where I'm at. I don't even much want to talk about that." I was like, "It's never a good time to talk about it." But what happens is that my family, when they really need something, they come to me and they ask me, "Let me finish. I'm gonna do like you do. Let me finish it." They come to me and they ask me all this stuff. My husband's sitting there eating while my family member was saying this, and he just sitting there eating. And he was like, I don't even want to talk about it. I told you to leave me alone.
And I'm looking like,
and my husband just still sitting there eating. And I don't know if he was laughing or not, but I felt like he was. I felt like he was laughing. So he's sitting there eating. And then my family member was like, I told you I don't even want. I don't. This is how he talked. I told you I don't even much want to talk about that.
I don't want to talk about that.
I don't even want. You know what I'm talking about.
Talk about that. No. So you talking about, well, check this out. Don't come to me. When you need my help, I'm not going to help you. I'm like, ooh, she was low. She got into her feelings on this one here. This hurt her feelings.
It did hurt my feelings.
So we was going to my uncle's house. So I'm getting in the car. I said, sweetheart, you were dead wrong. But I said, no, you're going to help your cousin. But see, now you got in your feelings. Because he said what he said. You got mad. You didn't want to hear it. But that's his business. Why will you wait till they come to you? You don't go to them. A lawyer do not come to you tomorrow. Yeah, I got a case for you. A lawyer wait till you come to them for help. So I'm like, you cannot do that. But
that wasn't me trying to fix him.
Yes, you were trying to fix his problem.
Okay. But he did teach me a lesson. I was salted.
And
I
you
was
called Ted. You came to
the My sister said, that's what you get. Stay in your business. Stay in your folks' business. Stay in your lane. This is why you don't need these glasses. And I'm just like, oh, I hate y'all. So, but I, that was me. Just really, I overstepped my full boundary, and I was so mad. And I love this cousin. So I was like, I ain't helping nobody. And so he was like, oh, you gonna help him because you love your cousin. I was like, I'm not helping him. Mm-hmm. Forget him.
He acted like I'm loyal to chasing the paramedics. I got a case for you. Come here.
And I wanted to help him so bad because it's so easy. And he was like, I don't want your help. I need you right now.
He didn't say that part. He
just said,
in your mind, you heard that part.
In my mind, that's what I heard.
You were being insulted.
I was so mad. I was like, how dare you tell me no? And so
by right, it was his right.
It was his right.
We were there. Supposed to be enjoying each other's company, not talking about each other's problems.
And so this joke was sitting over there talking about, he's just eating it. I'm like, you ain't gonna go. So he snapping, my cousin snapping on me. Because I didn't. My husband sitting there, he was just like,
because I didn't want to eat my Thanksgiving food in front of him. So I waited till we got in the car together.
No. Then my cousin gonna talk about, yeah, man, I got some shots. You want something to drink? I was like, you can't drink with him. He was like, yes. He can drink. I was like, you supposed to be on my side. He was like, I'm not in none of that.
I'm not in none of that. You will try to fix something that don't need to be fixed. You fine in it, let it be in it. It's like having like got a car. Your car need gas in. No, it's fine. It's going just
But so there's sometimes where people don't want to be checked, and my husband checked me on that, and I needed to be checked. Like I was sitting in the car like this, and he was like, "So you in your feelings? Yeah, he got you good. That'll teach you to stay out of folks' business." And I'm just like, but you just sat there and you just drank with him like y'all just friends now. He was like, he did nothing to me. No, he did it to me. He was like, listen,
you step into
business, you stepped yourself right in that, and you need to fix your own mess, and you gonna help your cousin because you love him. I'm just like, no, I don't. Yeah, you love your cousin, and you gonna help him because you always try to be there for him. And I do. I love my cousin. I hope he's watching. He knows who he is, and I do love him. But I just really wanted him to do what I said.
See, that's your problem.
I wanted him to do what I said to do, and that's my problem. So my sister is right. I don't need LASIK eye surgery because I'm trying to see everybody's business, and I need to be in my own business.
Going on right now.
So, but I meant what I said for at least a month. I ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah. You know, again.
Did you say? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, that's why when you come out of it, you have to deal with them. You know, when to a point where you don't aggravate yourself, or just to the point where you're in your feelings or angry with the world. family gonna be family. We gotta understand that. I know family gonna be family. I know certain cousins I have.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, go over their house. I can't share a conversation with them. And then when I talk to them, they sound crazy. Guess what? Hey, I got a cousin got to call you back. And I don't call them until they calm down. Call them, hey, you all right? Yeah, I'm okay. Because I understand they have issues. I have issues. But we ain't gonna mix our issues together. That's gonna be a bigger issue. So guess what? Let me let you have your problem. All thing that cousin doing, calling me, sure everything's okay, and that's it. And I hang the phone up.
Mm-hmm.
But I love my family.
I do. I love your family
And I love
too.
her family too.
What?
I love her cousin that she was married,
And I'm mad that you had a dream with him.
and I enjoyed it.
Whatever it is, whatever. You're supposed to be on my team.
I'm always on our team.
No, not our, my.
R.
I want you to be on my.
You're not married by yourself.
Okay, well, I want you to always be on our team, which is my team, which is our team.
Ain't no ownership here.
I want
It's
you
a
to
partnership here.
this is a dictatorship. I need you to be on
No,
my
there's
team.
no, yeah, I'm gonna say something.
You're gonna make me ruffle some feathers.
That's my point.
We have a lot of stupid insiders, and I tickled you. I made you cry. So again, I'm trying to see if I can get my sister to come on here. My sister Tammy. She gonna come because she's like to stay in her own
Yeah,
business.
because she like to mind her
She like
business.
to mind her business. But we've learned so much over these years, and Christmas is a little different. My grandmother, she's getting older, and when they get like this, especially if you guys have older family, they want you to come around. And I send my kids over to kind of be with her. She made my daughter Faith a junior minister. She said, "You're gonna sit by me every Sunday in church. You're gonna be a junior minister."
You're gonna put the dress
And you gonna put this dress on.
with this hair.
You know, church. My baby be like, "Grandma,
Jesus.
it ain't happening, Grandma." But we've been just learning how to work with family and how to love them right where they are.
Yeah.
And me, learning, even though it was just Thanksgiving, it's just a constant, just a reminder how to allow people to be themselves and be where they want to be. It is never where we want them to be, where they want to be. And you can love them
Yes.
right there where
Correct.
they are, and just let it be. And so that was just a little reminder. It did hurt, but it was a coming to Jesus moment for me. Like, we have other things going on, our own business, our own stuff going on, and we can't be too wrapped up, or I can't be too wrapped up in other people's stuff. Like, what does it matter if they want to be, where they just you let people leave folks alone.
Because when you are family, husband and wife and children, you didn't mind their business.
Mm-hmm.
We too busy worrying about everybody else's business. Did you see cousin over there? Cousin, he know that. I'm gonna call his wife and let him know. No, that's not your place. Call your wife and let her know that you love her. Call your husband and let him know that you call your children and say, hey, let's have dinner tonight. We haven't sat at dinner table in a while. Things like that help build family value up, not building nosy people up. And we spend time with that.
This is true. So Psalms 34:13, it says, "Keep thy tongue from evil and thy lips from speaking guile." And the thing is that we can't, like, even in family, like, you got to be very careful, especially if you are a gossiper and you gossip the family's business and all this foolishness. Like, you know, uh, people they trip me out. You got to be careful with that, because you want to be received well, but you don't want to be known as the gossiping family member or the this and that and the other. Stay out of folks' business, and always the one that is trying to fix everybody's stuff, like I was trying to do. that is not your job.
That's not
That's
wage
not your
anyway.
job. The only thing that we are supposed to do as just human beings, period, is to love one another. That's the only thing that God has commissioned us to do, other than to, of course, receive his son. But we're supposed to just love one another, and sometimes we don't know how to do that because we want people, like the example my husband gave, sometimes we want people to do what we want them to do. But is that godly? No. No. And so sometimes people don't want you around because you think you know the goddamn thing.
True.
So when I go, to my family house, I'm not the favorite cousin, but I'm also not on the end either.
No.
But I know that, my cousins love me. I love them. I am the oldest cousin, so it's like I'm my grandmother's last child. And so a lot of them, I've changed their diapers and everything. And in order to gain that type of respect, you have to know how to give it as well. So, and the main thing is just staying out of people's business and minding your own and just loving them right where they are.
Well said, dear.
Thank you for hearing my words.
Hey,
So-
you mate.
So you actually do have me in your ear. And so that's what we're learning, whether it's with extended family or just people, period. Just love folks where they are.
Yeah.
And do not put people on a pedestal. They will fail you every time.
And keep them at your business too.
If you don't have any expectation, the only expectation you should have is for what you can do for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's it.
I said a lot there.
I say a lot every time we come on here.
Yes, but
You like what I just said?
you said so sexy.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not eating that mic with you because our breath smells like coffee.
Oh, they know.
All right, everybody in the background, we see you out there. Did you guys have any questions, any comments, or any concerns? Because we're about to get ready to go.
Some time with.
You want to spend time with me tonight?
Yeah.
At 8:45?
Yeah.
I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock. It better
That's
be.
the best bedtime.
I'm wearing this to bed tonight.
Oh yeah, keep it on.
I'm wearing, and I'm gonna zip myself off. Let me call my son to tell him to change the air conditioner.
How better.
It's cold.
We can warm up.
It is hot in this thing. Like this should be for winter. Like, when was the last time? Oh, I wore this when we were going to Georgia when it was cold. Yes, we were.
We were not.
When did the last time I wore this?
Remember for vacation?
I
Got a picture. Yes, we did. With the Orlando.
I don't even remember.
No, oh no, you're right. You went to Georgia to your grandma's events together.
Because you making something. Who else wore something like this? To boy, all these things are unraveling on this show today.
Well,
I learned some new stuff. Like, you got to tell me when we get off the line. Who was that? That inbox.
And when I tell you, you can be like, "Oh, I remember that."
Oh, you got to jog my memory because I don't remember that. Anywho, you're always trying to be so nasty.
I'm not being nasty, being your husband.
And you're a nasty husband.
You're nasty with me.
Sometimes. So anywho, I hope you guys have a happy and safe holiday.
Please do.
And you guys can hear this again. Where can they find us again, baby?
Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, Amazon Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and more to come.
Where else can you go?
Don't worry. I need to skip this.
No, you're going to be able to put it on other places too?
Yes, soon.
Okay. Well, I'm down for that.
Uh-huh.
Nevertheless, if all hearts and minds are clear, y'all make sure that, so we are definitely promoting our own stuff, which is our other business that we have. It's called Neighborly Care Services. Let me put that in the chat right here. Hold on.
You don't have a flyer?
I do have a flyer. Hold on. You can't just leave us So it's called Neighborly Care Services. Let me put it up here for you guys to see. So Neighborly Care Services, my children actually thought of the name for Neighborly Care Services. And where is it? Where is it? Where did I put it? Oh, I put it in the comments. Dude. Let me put it here. So here we go. It's called neighborlycareservices.com. And we started this, like I said, a year ago. And what we do, we actually, our patrons that come in actually have a disability. Their disabilities can range anywhere from spina bifida. They may have Down syndrome. They may be confined to a wheelchair. There are other things that they may actually need. So we actually are able to take Medicaid, and it's called it's like the Med Waiver program. So we are now accepting Medicaid clients, which is absolutely amazing. We're zoned for our new building, and I'm so excited for what God is doing for us, because this has been it's been so tiring.
Home for it.
Yeah, it was some grueling. And I think that we are ready this season to roll this thing out. So they'll be able to come into the building where we teach them so many different things. So it's an adult day training center.
And you're also able to go out to the home.
Yes. So we're able to send clients out into not clients, but send employees out into the home to be able to help to take care of someone's loved one. Yeah. So we have respite services, in-home care services that we are able to provide for people. So this is new and upcoming. And then we have our next phase that we're doing as well. I'm telling you, we're moving fast. Once you get in, so I was talking about Eric Thomas. He said, find out what the people need and give it to them. And so what God was able to download into me, there are two things that happen in this world. First, you have babies, and then you have the elderly. Babies always need somewhere to go, and the elderly, sometimes people just they forget about them. The people that have autism and things like that, people forget about them. But God has given me I'm going to say an anointing to be able to work with this particular type of community. I love them. And we have some people that are in our family that have Down syndrome and that have some other ailments that are not I guess favorable to society. So we can't throw these people away. They're so smart, they're so sweet, and we get to do all these wonderful things with them. They're going to be in some really, really, really good hands. Cool. And so if you guys are also interested in applying, you can apply to neighborlycareservices.com. We can actually work with the whole state of Florida, actually. So it's not just a little box in Oakland Park where we are. We can actually venture out into the whole state of Florida, which is really good. It was a very long time coming. So Eric Thomas said, find out what the people need and give it to them. I did my research on this. We found out.
But the problem is, even when you do that, you have to allow it to be developed. Mm-hmm. We can't just jump out and do something and maybe be disappointed because it's not success. Mm-hmm. Did you actually help develop it to a point of success? Mm-hmm. It's like a marriage. You don't expect to get in a marriage to be perfect. No. My wife literally sit there and did her servants surveys. She did her studies on different laws that she could, that we worked under without breaking the law and put us in a position with the IRS or even anybody else. Mm-hmm. So when you are doing things, especially when it comes down to building your family like a network of generational wealth, you have to do your due diligence to make sure you're not a failure.
Yeah. It was my brain it just be about the pop, but I guess my husband said, "Oh, you're gonna put that degree to work."
I'm kissing
it. And it was really, oh my gosh, it was a lot of work, using a lot of brain power. And what I find interesting is that when you're developing a business, and this, I guess this we're probably it's going to go into maybe 9 o'clock or so. But when you're developing a business, um, you get people that come out of the woodworks. You know, you got the thank you, Henrietta. Hey, and thank you for coming on. Um, when you do all this stuff, like I've done a lot of work, my husband and I, and he's, pushed me to do some things that he was like, baby, I don't know how to do this, but I know that you can. What do you need for me to do? And I'm the brain power that it takes to write this stuff, to write all these policies and all this other stuff that the people actually need, and making sure that it's right. And then when you get something that says, oh no, it can't be this, or no, you have to do it like this. I've rewritten and wrote and then rewrote and then had to do. It was a lot. And some days I sat in here crying, and he was like, no, you can do it, and don't give up. And then you have people that are opportunists that come in and want to ride the coattail of that. That pisses me off. That pisses me off. And I have to tell people, you know me one way, but you don't know me in the business sense. After we've put our blood, sweat, and tears, I'm not going to relinquish or hand anything over to anybody to say that it's theirs. We have worked really hard to get where we are. We are going to be definitely some wealthy people, and you heard it here first. And I'm telling you, it's wealth comes with being obedient and being diligent and not giving up. You cannot give up. You cannot give up.
It's a good saying. It's just an old saying in the Bible. It says, obedience is better than sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
Obedience is better than sacrifice. When you obeying God, you sacrifice the foolishness that your heart is saying. We too busy trying to tell God how things are and not allow God to tell us how things are. And be obedience to His word, knowing the fact that you sacrificing your selfishness for God will.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you want to go left, you got to say nope. You got to go right. I did a video the other day about you know there was this person that was always in my ear. I think I'm getting tired. I'm getting sleepy. But there was a person that was in my ear all the time, always asking me, "Did God tell you to do this? Did God say to do this? Did were you supposed to do this? Were you supposed to do that?" And this was a friend of mine who we've known each other for many years. Of course, my husband knows who this person is. And they were constantly saying something opposite. And then I had to realize this person, not only did they not have any degrees, but they didn't have the things that I was developing. And I wonder sometimes, were they trying to sabotage? But then you think about, like, sometimes people don't even think that they think that they're, being an agent of God. But you got to silence the voice of the enemy. You have to know the voice of the Lord. I'm like, there's no way that I would have ever dreamed of or thought of to do the things that I'm doing right now, to do the things that I know that I can do, with not only the help of my husband pushing me, but my children cheering us on, saying, y'all are gonna do it, Mom. Oh my gosh, it took us a long time, Mommy. Look at this. And my kids get to see it. So I knew that I was in the right place. But then you have people that want quick money, and they see how you are, they see what you do in the community, and they want to utilize your giftings. But you gotta do what God tells you to do. If you don't do what God says, some people will take you off your course, and you're trying to figure out, why is it taking you so long to get somewhere, and you've allowed the enemy to come
You remember
in your ear.
story in the Bible where the X, Y, and Z and go out the same path we came in?
Yeah.
And as he was about to leave, another prophet came to him and says, "Hey, be a prophet. Come to my house and eat dinner." And we came down to eat dinner. And the prophet, he was a false prophet, end up telling him the word of God. I said, "Well, God did told you to do what I tell you to do. But because you deviate, die where you at." He didn't get a chance to complete God's will because he allowed the enemy to be a distraction to him.
Mm-hmm.
We too busy allowing people to be a distraction to what we know is true. Because we want to please people. Pleasing people sometimes could destroy everything you built.
This is true.
And then they turn around and look at you and say, well, you knew better than that. Why didn't you do
Why we
better?
ain't do? Oh my God,
Oh
you
my
were doing
God.
this. What
You were doing what
happened?
happened? But then realize now you the joke.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not the joke because guess what? Obedience is better than sacrifice.
Yeah.
So I will not sacrifice my feelings with you. I'm going to obey God.
Yeah.
So I won't sacrifice my foolishness with you. I'm going to obey God. And in the midst of me obeying God, it just might help you to be delivered as well.
Absolutely. I like that. I found on that because I'm telling you, had I listened to this person, um, and then the thing is that my husband doesn't know this side of the business in a sense. Like I have to teach him some different things, but he understands a lot of the jargon because of the type of work that he does. And I always tell him, I'm like, no, you know it. You just don't want to sit here and have to read all these papers and sign all this stuff.
I'm already, going here, going there, doing
Mhm.
everything else. I'm like, while you take care of that part, I
I'm
got to
doing this
start.
part. Yeah. So I'm just like, here, sign this.
I
And
decided.
yeah, and I like how when he goes different places with me, and the people they look at him and they'll shake his hand, the men, and then I'm talking and I'm just like, hello, but I'm just like, do they think that you're talking like it's coming out of your voice? But it's the respect that they give him, and he's just like, no, she know what you're talking about. I have no idea, what this is. I don't want to say it wrong, and he just lets me hold the reins with that. But it's truly it is a blessing to be where we are now. Like if I look back at the places that we've been and the struggles that we went through just to get here, and I'm sure there are going to be more because this is going out on the airwaves, and there are people that will try and attack. But what God has for us, you know, literally, who can be against us? And there's been attacks, spiritual attacks, and physical attacks,
Yeah.
on us, and we've been like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful to God, and I'm grateful to you for pushing me and never giving up on me and believing that we can have what we say, and you covering us, covering this home, and covering our children, and covering me especially in the times where I've been weak, when you prayed, or if you had to pray for me, and when you do pray for me, I get strengthened in the areas where I'm just really, really weak. And I'm so grateful for that because not a lot of people have that. And I get to say here, that I have that in you, and I'm grateful for you.
Yeah. It's part of being obedience to God. To
Mhm.
understand who I am to you and to our children and to myself. And I appreciate every opportunity you allow me to be the father, to
Mhm.
be the husband, to be the leader, to be the man of the house. Most men do not understand the responsibility and don't even know how to accept to say thank you. And that is part of communication. It's part of the love I have for you and the love I have for God to allow me to be who I am today by being obedient to His word. That I'm sitting here and sabotage my marriage for my selfish needs.
Mhm. 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 Absolutely. So, but we're gonna go ahead and bid you guys adieu. If
Yes.
all hearts and minds are clear, I see some of you are coming on in, and it's 9 o'clock now. It's time for us to. Why are you waking me up? What? I'm gonna need you to get your life together. I'm
You are my
tired of
life.
this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm not gonna do another show with you if you keep acting like this. Grow up. Grow up. I'm glad that we can joke together.
Yes. Quite like.
Hmm. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we are going to get off, but you guys can go to www.neighborlycareservices.com and see what we got going on there. We have to add some more things in the background because we're constantly adding something new. Oh my gosh, we are evolving, right? So we got to go to bed because I need to get up 5 o'clock in the morning and get my life. Oh my God, gotta go to work. So, bye guys. Y'all have a great day, and thank you for coming on to Let's Talk Marriage. I was going to say thank you for coming on to Neighborly Care Services, but thank you for coming on to Let's Talk. I am getting delirious, like for real. I'm so sleepy.
But guys, we love you guys. I appreciate everything, everyone love you sent us. And we will see you or speak to you later.
All right then. Well, bye.
Bye.